the officers moved to the other side of the duplex. They knocked on the door multiple times trying to get an answer. They did not. They looked through the window and did not see anything. They knocked, and then as the officers were leaving, shots were fired from inside the residence, and one of our officers was struck by that gunfire. The officers ran from the front of the house and jumped over a fence and called it in, and at that point we had multiple units responding to the scene. The officers, one was immediately extricated. Took a while to get him out and get him into an ambulance and get him transported to the hospital, and it took a little while longer to get the second officer out as well, given that we still had someone inside the residence that had a weapon and that had fired at the officers. We did end up with a third officer who did return fire towards the residence as the officers were being fired at. The two officers that were injured were both transported to a local area hospital. One officer received a gunshot wound to their right arm and is currently being treated for that. The other officer received injuries to both his hand and his knee. We know that the suspect exited the front door along with a female, and at that time, one of our members of the SWAT team fired upon the suspect, and the suspect went down. The SWAT team was able to take the female into protective custody and get her out of the immediate area. The suspect that came out of the residence has been pronounced. He was pronounced at 2:10 this morning.